Good morning. Ladies, gentlemen, judges, and fellow contestants, today I have the privilege to finish the statement. If I were the leader of the free world, the first issue I would address would be. Today, I am going to be speaking with you on 3 thoughts concerning this subject. First, the issue I would address. Secondly, I am going to ask and respond to a question regarding this issue. And finally, how I would address the issue. The first issue I would address would be the persecution of people for their religious beliefs. Some of you may not know about the persecution going on in what is known as the free world. It exists in injustice by government, private groups, school boards, and in the form of severe physical abuse. It is true that most of the countries in the free world do not have severe physical persecution, but there are still some that do, such as India, Mali, and Nigeria. Here's just one story taken from the magazine Voice of the Martyrs about a man who was persecuted for his faith. On a summer day in Nigeria, in the year 2009, a man was confronted with the question, "Are you a Christian?" The people in front of the man held machetes stained with the blood of other Christians they had murdered that day. He knew that if he said yes, they would severely injure, if not kill him. The man was terrified, but he knew what he had to do. When he told them he was a Christian, the attackers began striking him with the machete, cutting his hands and fracturing his wrists. They struck him until he fell unconscious. Even though this man survived, there are many others who are tortured to death only because they will not deny what they believe in. If I was the leader of the free world, this would be the first issue that I would address. Is there persecution in countries such as America? Yes, although it is not primarily physical. In America, we have the First Amendment, which is the right to freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and simply freedom in and of itself. The section of this amendment that speaks of religion states, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof." Sadly, we do not always observe this law in its entirety. For example, a science teacher by the name of Caroline Crocker lost her job because she mentioned the possibility of intelligent design. This also is a form of religious persecution. Evolution is strictly taught in most schools and colleges as though it were a scientific law. Not everyone believes in evolution. Why should it be the only option offered? This is just one form of the persecution that is unknown by many, yet is all around us. This persecution also includes some doctors forced to perform abortions when it goes against their beliefs. I am very thankful that Americans can still attend church and worship freely. However, I would like to respectfully state that even though America does embrace freedom of religion, in some areas it is slipping. And not only in America, in all countries, some are in need of recovery of what was lost, some are in need of protection of what is, and still others are in need of discovery of what never was. How could I minimize and prevent the affliction of people for their religious beliefs? The first thing I would do to prevent persecution would be to create something similar to the First Amendment in the American Bill of Rights, which speaks of freedom of religion and freedom of speech. I would create a free world law that says all religions must be respected and tolerated as long as they do not harm others. In that amendment, I would also allow teachers the right to offer both evolution and intelligent design. I would set honest people who are faithful protectors of freedom as leaders over each country under me to ensure the laws were enforced. I would also do my best to discover and shut down all the private groups that harm others because of what they believe in. Although this would not entirely rid the free world of religious persecution, it would be a large step in the right direction. Thank you.